Welcome back to another NHL 22 video. Today, once again, we will be resuming the series where we add one NHL All-Star to the team of our choice, which this time will be the Seattle Kraken until we win a Stanley Cup. So we're coming off a rough one last time. We did the Calgary Flames, and it took a while. It took 10 years somehow to get that done. So we're moving on to the Kraken. I'm predicting here 6 years, but let's see what we can get. It all depends on that spinner of what team we're really going to be getting and adding a superstar from. The better teams will make it a lot easier, but we've been getting a lot of Kraken, Montreal Canadiens. So we'll see what the spinner holds for us in the roulette version of this video. But let's take a look at year number one, the Seattle Kraken. And just a reminder, we're going to be playing year number one over and over and over again. We're not going to be progressing through. So every year, I will restart the simulation with a new player on the team. But the Kraken, first line, we got Andre Burakovsky coming from the Colorado Avalanche in the offseason. Alexander Wenberg, first line center, definitely probably not going to play there. And then Oliver Bjorkstrand, who is another addition in the offseason. So probably going to have Jarrett McCain play on that first line, or even Matty Berners. Hers would be kind of cool to see him develop a little bit, but unfortunately not a superstar X Factor. I don't know if they have any on their team realistically. Jaden Schwartz will be playing that second line with Alexander Wenberg, which would be Jarrett McCann. And then Jordan Eberle, one of my favorite junior players of all time. This guy was an absolute clutch factor for Team Canada. Third line, we got the scariest pitcher in the game every year. He's got the best pitcher. So Brandon Tanev, Matty Berners, who they drafted, I believe this year, or last year, sorry, second overall. And then Yanni Gourde coming from Tampa Bay. He is not going to be playing on the third line. There's absolutely no way. I'll probably move him up there and see something like this or so. Oh, and have Gourde play in the center. Let's see, 79 faceoffs, he can take it. Berners put there, and then we got Ryan Donato, Carson Kuhlman, and Jonas Donskoy. Defensively, Jamie Oleksiak, Adam Larson, Justin Schultz, Vince Dunn, who I actually really like, Carson Suzy, and Dennis Cholowitsky. And then in the cage, they have Philip Grubauer, who is a superstar X Factor, so that'll help out, and Chris Drieger. So obviously not the best looking team. There is clearly some work that needs to be done on this team. I don't imagine we're going to be too good for the first couple of years, but let's get year number one simulation on the way. As I said earlier, what did I say? Did I say 6, 4? I'm going to go 6 years. 6 years is my prediction. Officially locking in 6 years. Year number one. Let's see how we do. And just a reminder, I'm not going to be making any trades at all. I'm not going to edit the lines. I'm not going to fire the coach. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm letting the computer do all the simulations, and we'll see where we end up. So year number one, let's get it Kraken, shall I say? With the year number one in the books, the Kraken, as expected, do not make the Stanley Cup playoffs as the Toronto Maple Leafs go on and win the Stanley Cup. Looking at our team, we went 34, 38, and 10. Honestly, better than I anticipated. And Jarrett McCann actually leads the way with 37 goals, 77 points. So pretty good year out of Jarrett McCann. Leading the league, though, was the Brad Marchand and Alexander Barkov, 1, 2, and Draisaitl, number 3. And we'll just take a quick look at the awards here to see if we were able to snag any of that. I doubt it. But, you know, always good to check. So no awards for us. It's time to get to the spinner and see if we are able to get a superstar added to this team that will make a difference. At the spinner wheel now, we got all the NHL teams in here except for the Seattle Kraken, of course. Spin the wheel. Who are we going to get? It is the Carolina Hurricanes once again. It seems like every time we do this series, we get the Carolina Hurricanes. So I'm going to add one of the players they just traded for, Max Pacioretty. He's actually injured in real life, but he has a really good overall in this game. So we're going to take him, 89 overall, Max Pacioretty. Could have went with Aho, could have went with Svechnikov, but we do it every time. So I want to switch it up. So welcome to the team, Max Pacioretty, our first superstar X Factor up front. So definitely looking forward to having him out there. And he is a sniper, so hopefully he can put up some goals. McCann played really well last year, so hopefully this 1, 2, 3 punch of McCann, Burakovsky, and Pacioretty can lead us into the playoffs potentially this year. Let's check it out and see how we do. with our second run around here. Once again, the Kraken do not make the Stanley Cup playoffs, but we have a new Stanley Cup champion, as it is the Edmonton Oilers, as the NHL simulation is so weird. Toronto Maple Leafs go from winning the Stanley Cup to not even making the Stanley Cup playoffs the next year. Crazy, but it looks like Max Pacioretty leads the way, 85 points in 82 games. And then the Kraken go 35, 38, and 9. Looking at the points, Yanni Gourde plays well, minus 22 though. Burakovsky, Bjorkstrand, McCann, Eberle. Honestly, not bad point production out of the top 6 there. But this year, who led the league in scoring? I'm going to take a prediction and say Nathan McKinnon. And it was Nathan McKinnon, 124 points. Leon Draisaitl, Mikko Rantanen, and Connor McDavid. So Edmonton and Colorado dominate the top of the scoring there. Awards-wise, we'll see if any Kraken are in here. I see no Kraken, so back to the roulette table. Back in the roulette table here, our last team was the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's see who we get this time. We will be adding a player from so close to the Colorado Avalanche, but we're going to be adding a player from the depleted Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago Blackhawks don't have too many superstars left on their lineup, but they do have one of the greatest players to ever play in the NHL, one of the best American-born players, Patrick Kane, who we snag up. So welcome to the Kraken, Patrick Kane, playing on alongside with Jarrett McCann and Max Pacioretty. I really expect this first line to do well. We're just missing that first line center now, and if we can update the defenseman, that would also be ideal. See if we can get some morale up there. I'll keep it like that. It seems like the morale will work like that. Oh, we can bring Vincent Dune down, get a +1 there. Sure, why not? So that is the roster for year number 3. Is this going to be the first year we make the Stanley Cup playoffs? For the 3rd consecutive year, the Kraken do not make the playoffs. But again, a new Stanley Cup champion, this time a shocking one, the Detroit Red Wings. You got to remember, this is the 2021-2022 season, so Detroit winning the Cup, that's a pretty big shocker there. But let's see how we did. 41, 36, and 5, so probably missed the playoffs by a couple points. Patrick Kane does lead the way with 94 points. Pacioretty right behind him with 90 points. And Jarrett McCann finishes in top 3 scoring on our team. But the rest of the team didn't really get too much going. But leading the league in the 3rd go-around was Alexander Barkov with 131 points. So a combination of him and Tkachuk really dominated this year. And then going into the awards here, just do a quick look to see if the Kraken win anything here. And once again, no awards for the Seattle Kraken, so we'll move back to the spinner. Honestly, it's probably my favorite part of the whole video is just doing this spin. Let me guess here, we are going to get the Winnipeg Jets, but we really will get the Detroit Red Wings, so the Stanley Cup champions. So, I mean, if they can win a cup, might as well come over here and help us win a cup too. From Detroit, it was tempting. It was really tempting. I almost went with Dylan Larkin, the first line center. But who doesn't love Mo Seider? Get Mo Seider on the team with the boys. Getting our first addition to the defenseman on the back end. Let's go. Mo Seider, 86 overall, superstar. X Factor. Let's see if he is going to be the X Factor to this team to go to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's get rolling with year number 4. I mean, what a start to this year. 14-0-2, 16 games before our first regulation loss. So let's see how we do for the rest of the year here. In the 4th year, my game actually crashed, but we ended up making the Stanley Cup playoffs. We went to round number 1 where we lost 4-2 to the Edmonton Oilers. So I'll just kind of simulate that. Our best point producing player was Patrick Kane, and he had 97 points in the 82 games. Not the worst, not the best first round exit, but let's get back to the spinner and see who we can add to this team. So last season we added Mo Seider, and he did help us make the Stanley Cup playoffs, but it's time to get that first line center or goaltender if we can, and it looks like we'll be drafting from the Vegas Golden Knights. We've got our first line center from the Vegas Golden Knights. Please welcome the Eichel Tower to the Seattle Kraken. From one expansion team to another. Welcome aboard, Eichel. You're going to be playing with a former Vegas Golden Knight, Max Pacioretty, and Patrick Kane. Second line, Bjorkstrand, Schwartz, and Burakovsky. Third line, we got McCann, Gord Eberle, and then Donskoy, Berners, and Brandon Tanev. Defensively, we got Mo Seider still back there, just living it up. See if we can kind of mess around with this morale. I can go something like that. See what we can do. I don't mind doing something like that. We got Mo Snyder and Vince Dunn. There it is. So let's get year number 5 underway. Last year we made the Stanley Cup playoffs. Can we do it again? Year 5 has come to a close, and it looks like the Kraken, we made the playoffs once again, which is a good news, but we fall to the team that we just stole one of their best players, Jack Eichel. So we fall to the Knights, who eventually fall to Vancouver, who eventually go on to win the Stanley Cup. We went 49, 26, and 7, so we're probably one of the higher seeds and still lost. Patty Kane puts up 99 points. Eichel, 94 points. Pacioretty, 91 points. That first line really lit it up. Mo Seider, 66 points. And let's see if we won the President's Trophy here. Do we get it? We do not get the President's Trophy, but a really good year out of us nonetheless. Awards-wise, we'll see if we won anything there. Any Seattle? Not seeing any Seattle. So I predicted year number 6. We're moving into year 6 here. So who are we going to get in year number 6? Probably a goaltender would be ideal, or another top-tier defenseman. All right, Spinner, give us something good. Give us something good. Please, 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 please. It is going to be so close to Nathan McKinnon, but we got the Columbus Blue Jackets. Time for year 6. Am I going to be right on my prediction? Only time will tell. But from the Columbus Blue Jackets, we pick up the hottest free agency signing of the entire NHL 22 offseason, and that's Johnny Hockey coming to play with Patty Kane and the Eichel Tower on that first line. 292 overalls now, Eichel 88 overall. Pacioretty, you were phenomenal, but we got to move you down to the second line. You're going to be playing with McCann and Burakovsky, and then the rest of the team rounds out just like that. Jordan Eberle, let's go. Win us the cup, buddy. And then defensively, still the exact same. But let's get into year number 6 and see if we can get over that hump of at least the first round. All right, we're going to pick up the simulation here. We are in Game 7 of round number 2 versus the Anaheim Ducks. Are we able to pull it out to make it to the third round? Let's see. First period, down 1-0. Second period, we get a goal, but they also do 2-1 for the Ducks. Third period, and we fall in Game 7 of round number 2 to the Anaheim Ducks in year number 6. Let's do a quick recap here. Max Pacioretty leads the way, 10 points. But Johnny Gaudreau, 120 points. Patty Kane, 115. Jack Eichel, a little bit less, but Johnny Gaudreau, 90 points in the regular season, or 90 assists, sorry, in the regular season. Entire league, Matthews leads the way, though. He'll probably get the Hart Trophy as he has 60 goals almost. But not bad season, not a bad season. 55, 19, and 8. And I'm honestly going to simulate really quickly to the end of the playoffs here to see if any of our players win some awards, some hardware to the good boys, the good squad of the Seattle Kraken. So the Colorado Avalanche do win the Stanley Cup, but let's look at those individual awards. And it looks like we do win the President's Trophy, so we're right on track. We're almost there. Matthews. Gaudreau wins the Hart Trophy. There it is. So our first trophy, he also wins the Lady Byng. Anything else for Ted Lindsay for Gaudreau as well? So Gaudreau, quite the addition. Time to get back to the Spinner and add another superstar. The Blue Jackets was a great pick for us. Gaudreau led the way, but who is going to be joining our team next? And it will be someone from the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I think there's only one real option here. This is by far, I think, the best team we've ever had in this series. Probably the greatest first line to ever exist. We got Johnny Hockey, Austin Matthews, and Patty Kane playing that first line. Gonna be absolutely unbelievable. Max Pacioretty, Jack Eichel, and Bjorkstrand. A really good second line. Third line, Burakovsky, Gord, McCann, and then the fourth line, we got Jordan Eberle leading the way on that line. Defensively, still going to be the exact same. Let's actually not mess around with these morales too much here. See what we can do. Larson, what if we bring you up? Okay, if we bring Larson up, that works. See if we can get any morale working any other way. And I will also bring Jeff Schultz up, or Justin Schultz, not Jeff Schultz. And yeah, let's see what we can do this year. I'm very intrigued to see how this first line performs for us. So let's get into year number 7. You know the deal. Same scenario as last year. Game 7, round 2. This time versus the Edmonton Oilers. Do we have what it takes to finally see the third round? First period, 2-0. Austin Matthews with 2 goals. Second period, Adam Larson and Leon Draisaitl. Third period, and there it is. The Seattle Kraken will advance past the Edmonton Oilers and move on to round number 3. You know what? Let's just keep the simulation going here. Let's keep it going here. Let's go. Who do we got in round number 3? The Winnipeg Jets. So we'll simulate the first couple of games here. 1-1. Game 3. We lose that. Game 4. Must-win game here, I feel. Oh, that's not good. Need to bang off 3 straight. There's 1. Come on, we can do this. Stanley Cup Finals. Fall in game. Round number 3. The Winnipeg Jets end up going on to win the Stanley Cup. And year 7 is also a fail. I mean, we got the best team. There's no way we can't win. We can't win. 52, 23, and 7. Gaudreau once again, 119 points. Matthews, 114. Patrick Kane, 107. Pacioretty, 106. Eichel, 80. So, I mean, the team was buzzing out there, but not good enough. Not good enough here. Awards. Do we win anything here? Oh. Austin Matthews wins the Lady Byng Trophy, and it looks like that is it. So, back to the spinner, fellas. Who do we get to add to our all-star cast of team that cannot win the Stanley Cup? Hopefully a defenseman this time. And is it going to be Victor Hedman? It's not going to be Victor Hedman. We get the St. Louis Blues. All right. This is the year. I feel it. Welcome to the team, Mr. Ryan O'Reilly. Get some grit and big body presence on the squad here with one of the best two-way forwards in the game. So Ryan O'Reilly is going to join a line with Max Pacioretty and Jack Eichel. So we'll see how that line works out here. He has 94 face-off rating, so definitely going to help out there. But this is the year I'm predicting it. I mean, I predicted year 6, but let's say year number 8. Let's get it going. It took 8 years, but we finally did it. Good news to you Kraken fans out there. It looks like it only takes 8 players for you guys to win the Stanley Cup. Round 1 was tough, 7-game series. Round 2, 6-game series. 3 and 4 dominated, 4-0 sweeps both ways. But the Kraken are finally Stanley Cup champions. We go 57, 21 and 4. Johnny Gaudreau leads the way once again. Austin Matthews, Patty Kane, Jack Eichel, Max Pacioretty, all doing big things. And there's why we got Ryan O'Reilly. Plus 38 to help out that second line. Love to see it. Who leads the way in scoring in our final year here? Connor McDavid, 144 points. I honestly think that's the most I've ever seen. I mean, Draisaitl right behind him with 141, but 144 points. I think that's by far the most I've ever seen in a simulation. 55 goals, 89 helpers. That's insane. But it doesn't matter because this is all that matters right here. Stanley Cup champions, President's Trophy winning champions, Clarence S. Campbell winning champions. There we go. Austin Matthews wins the Lady Byng. Austin Matthews wins the Conn Smythe. And somehow, someway, Matt Murray won the Vezina and William M. Jennings. Love to see that. But that is going to do it for the Seattle Kraken. Let me know what you guys think. Took 8 years. It was quite the grind at the Kraken. I thought we were going to get them done a little bit earlier. But comment who you want to see us do in this series next. Maybe we move on to the Detroit Red Wings, but I don't think they need it. I mean, they won a cup in this. So, I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, have a fantastic day. I'll catch you next time. See ya.